Things have warmed up here in Southern California. A real LA kind of day. Temperatures up around 80. Jackie Robinson memorialized around here forever. And a great gathering spot for Dodger fans and their cameras. But the Nets are on the road. They like being on the road. Last year they went 50-31 away from Nationals Park. That's how you win a division, and they're off to a good start again this year. And how does this all happen, or is it just one of those baseball things?
You know, I like a road trip early in the season for team bonding. You know, you're together, you're on the buses, the planes, the hotels, you're at the ballpark together. So a good road trip early can mean a lot. And the West Coast swing can get weird. And so far, 3 out of 4, they're playing well, and they're looking for another one here tonight.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 against good ball clubs. It really helps when the table setter's getting on base, and then the guy in the middle of the lineup is driving in runs. So Trey and Zim, look at them on the rise.
Stock up for those two. Look at the numbers. Look at the rise in average. It's going to keep going up, too, when you talk about what Trey Turner brings to this lineup. He's a warm weather player, right? A Florida kid, but he started to heat up in New York. He started to get some knocks. The last 5 games, Trey is 7 for 20, a 350 average. The first pitch double last night kind of got the whole thing started. And how about the safety squeeze off Clayton Kershaw? He falls off the mound of the third base side. He lays it down the first base side. Michael Taylor strolls right in. And how about Ryan Zimmer? You want some career numbers on this guy? It's his 14th season. He's a 279 career hitter. He has 254 home runs, 948 RBI. I mean, he's putting together some kind of resume. 1,676 hits, and get this, 22 career triples for Ryan Zimmerman. He's starting to heat up, and this is a guy that can carry the club for a month.
Yeah, he is flying around the bases right now. And as Ryan goes, so go the Nats, and the same holds true for Trey. So when Ryan drives in a run, the Nats are really, really good. And then when Turner scores that run, or somebody else drives him in, they are really, really good. And last night, they had some of the hardest hit balls against Clayton Kershaw in recent memory.
Yeah, it was weird. Clayton Kershaw didn't have his A stuff. He couldn't put hitters away. They came out swinging the bats, and look for him to do the same here tonight. Be aggressive, let it fly.
But guess what, Dodgers? The Nats have another ace about to go tonight. Steven Strasburg, 14 starts since the All-Star break last year. Almost unbeatable. The ERA is just over a run and a half per game. We've got a second segment coming up for you here at Dodger Stadium. We'll take a closer look at the other ace the Nats feature. Nine entrance levels to this ballpark. Escalators, stairways all over the place, tunnels, secret passages. It's a great place to watch a ball game once you find your way inside. All right, now Hyun Jin Ryu has 85 career starts when he goes tonight. Steven Strasburg has 86 career wins. And kind of a tale of the tape here, FP, and Strasburg throwing as well as anybody in baseball over an extended time.
And look at the starts, look at the numbers, the ERA, the big right-hander goes tonight. That little flashback for you. Steven Strasburg highlights from Los Angeles in June of last year. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, just 1 earned run, struck out 8 Dodgers, gave up a Corey Seager home run, and that was it. So he likes the weather, he likes Southern California, obviously the San Diego State kid and the San Diego kid close to home. So a beautiful night for baseball. He'll love towing the rubber here at Dodger Stadium. And remember last night, the ball wasn't carrying very well. Well, it's a little warmer tonight. We'll see.
So 10 career starts in the entire state. 8 decisions in those 10 starts. Great ERA. 72 over 18 to strikeout to walk numbers. Oh, yeah, there's a guy named Harper in the lineup again tonight. Bryce warming things up. 2 homers, 6 RBIs his last 5 games. So he's at the top 3 in the National League in so many different categories. He's an April guy, 41 and 110. Can the Nats score again in the first inning? They're hitting .352 when the ball game gets underway. You buy PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. By Ocean City, Maryland. No end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at ococean.com. And by Lexus. Experience amazing. Warm night. Early in the game, pitchers better keep the ball down because the conditions are a whole lot different than they were here at 7:10 local time last evening. Trey and the Nats getting ready. So it's 71 here for game time. Humidity down a little bit. Gentle breeze is blowing. Flag's not doing a whole lot. So the Nats hitting .237, 8th in the league, 6th in runs, 4th in home runs. Michael A is on the rise. .300 his last 6 games. He's hit safely 8 of his last 12. And looking good in that number 7 spot last night with a double, a run, and an RBI single. Ryu is 0-1 career in 2 starts against the Nats.
Yeah, 2-0 on the season, 2.17 ERA, 164 average against. You see the arsenal for the Dodgers left-hander right there. That fastball's averaging 90 miles an hour. Slider, cutter, curveball change. He'll vary the speeds on his fastball from 86 to 94 miles an hour. He's been trusting the heater more this year, only though he's throwing it 43% of the time. Here's a defense for the Dodgers behind Ryu. Kemp, Peterson, Puig the outfield. Seager, Taylor up the middle. Muncy, Bellinger at the corners, and Yasmani Grandal behind the plates. Beautiful night for baseball. Here we go from Dodger Stadium. How cool is this?
Big crowd gathering. Dodgers lead the major leagues in attendance. 47-135. They had over 50,000 here last night. Trey is 9 for his last 27 plus 6 walks over 7 games. 1 for 6 against the lefty.
Swinging or not swinging? What do you got?
I think if he sees a fastball, he's ripping. Got to be down the middle, though. And that one wasn't. Ball 1. We're underway at 6:10 local. And behind the plate, 11-year veteran Dan Bellino tonight. Phil Cuzzy, Tom Hallion, the crew chief, and Chris Siegel, first, second, and third. One. So Trey at 247, but the on base percentage 370. And a breaking ball tapped left side to the charging Max Muncy. Kendrick and Harper the next two. Former Dodger Howie. One of his rare offers last night. 5 at bats. Hit the ball sharply a couple of times, but he's still been on base 15 of 17 times to start the season.
Had a good at bat his first time up last night. Advanced the leadoff double of Trey Turner to third base on a deep fly ball to center.
A very productive out. And he's locked up on the hook. Inside the numbers presented by PNC. First inning this season, the Nats have scored 25 runs, hitting over 350. A lot of power, on base percentage great, and a lot of slugging for Davey Martinez early in ball games.
It's good coffee is what that is. Red Bull coffee, locked in, ready to play from the first pitch. All signs of a good ball club, especially the coffee part.
We delve into the science of baseball on a nightly basis here. Well done. Big curveball, 2 outs.
It's a big hook. Check out where this starts and where it ends. You might say that's better than Clayton Kershaw's was last night. Not in general, but early returns. I know it's only been a couple of hitters. That's a little more sharp than Clayton's was. Bigger, slower, but it's got more break, and it's pretty good.
Bryce first in homers, second in RBIs. Javier Baez of the Cubs has 20 now. On base percentage is third. He's the most walked batter in baseball. 1 for 3 with an RBI against Ryu.
So I stayed for the fireworks after the game last night. There was more oohs and ahs for Bryce's BP by this crowd than there was for the fireworks last night. He put on a show, and everybody was here early for the Cody Bellinger bobblehead today. So it was a full house when the Nats took BP, and he put on some kind of show.
2-0. Let's see where this matchup goes from here. Looked like a straight change. He dropped it in for a strike. Known for the quick starts, RBIs 112 in late March and through April. .440 career, 19 so far this year, and that's way inside.
I mean, you can't pitch around Bryce with the way Zim's swinging on deck right now. He should, by all accounts, get something to hit here in a 3-1 count, because that guy you're looking at is locked in.
And the added dimension of a left-handed pitcher tonight. Another changeup. 3-2.
A week ago, that was ball 4, take your base. But because Zim has locked in, he got a strike.
Crowd wants a 1-2-3 inning. Target away. They're not going to get their 1-2-3 inning. Harper walks for the 26th time this year.
First baseman, number 11.
Good eye by
Zimmerman.
Bryce. That was way outside. Not even close.
So Ryan Zimmerman against Ryu career 2 for 5. And now over 3 games, Ryan is 6 for 12 with 4 extra base hits. RBI double left center, first time up last night. Later a single up the middle, scored a run. And Zimmerman out to short, an extra hop in front of Seager, and he plays it to Bellinger. Nat Strand a runner. Steven Strasburg likes pitching in his home state. He's next. They're still coming in at Dodger Stadium. Because Matt Kemp's back in the lineup in the outfield. So the Dodgers are 5th in the league in average, 8th in runs, and 3rd from the bottom in home runs. Matt Kemp, though, a Nat killer in years past, is off to a good start, hitting .340. Not enough at bats to be actually in the top 10 in hitting. And Strasburg, 2-2 career, 7 starts overall against the Dodgers.
There's the arsenal. Fastball, slider, curveball, change. Heater averaging 95. Opponents hitting .325 against Stevens' heater this year, but just .143 against his curve, and the same number against his change.
Ripping on the first one, Taylor, who did that last night for a triple. We'll give you his matchup number with Steven Strasburg at the end of the at-bat. Seager and Grandal to follow, bottom of the first. Defoe even with the bag at third. 84 and a really good hook to start things off there. Outfield around to the right a bit, as you can see from right behind home plate. Foul tip, strikeout, and Taylor now 0 for 13 against Strasburg with 5 Ks.
You see this pitch, this is by design. Chris Taylor's a guy that's worked on the launch angle, and you see the uppercut swing. If you watch Taylor in the on-deck circle, these are his practice swings. So this is what the Dodgers and the game has evolved into right now with the analytics. Get the ball in the air. How do you counteract that? You throw a high fastball. There's nothing you can do with that pitch in the mid to upper 90s around the letters when you're swinging up. You get on top of that, you hammer it in a gap, you swing like that, you're either going to pop it up in the infield or strike out.
And that's a leadoff hitter who leads his team in strikeouts.
I mean, I'm going to get off my soapbox here, but the game is going to revolve back to getting on top of the baseball, because pitchers that throw in the mid to upper 90s are going to start elevating heaters, and this whole uppercut swing ain't going to work. You're going to see it all come back to where it was about 6-7 years ago. I don't know how soon that's going to happen, but pitchers are going to start throwing high heaters, and hitters ain't going to hit them.
Seager, 243. And Strasburg ahead of him.
They just got the full effect of my coffee right there.
That's a fair tapper. Strasburg will tag him. 1 unassisted. 2 down.
All right, deep breath. Here comes the Nats defense here. Taylor Harper outfield. Turner and Howie turning double plays. Defo Zimmerman at the corners. Matt Wieters back-to-back nights behind the dish. There's Matt.
Yasmani Grandal on a 9-game hitting streak now. He salvaged that with a base hit to left for an RBI, 7th inning last night. Scherzer shut him down, but he got a base hit against the bullpen, which has undergone a bit of a new look today. Matt Grace has been DL'd 10 days with a left groin strain, and Trevor Gott back with the ball club. So the Nats down to 2 lefties and 5 right-handers. Rondal left-handed, 308, overall 345, 4th best in the league.
I was talking to Alex Rodriguez, Carp, about that before the game, and I told him, I said, tomorrow night when you do the game, just watch on deck hitters and watch their practice swings. Everybody is swinging like they're softball players now to try to elevate the baseball. And especially the teams that are heavy in the analytics, because it says hit the ball in the air, right? And you can't really argue it. These guys are putting up crazy numbers right now. But I think, like you see in football with certain kind of fat offenses that go out of style quickly, that this has a chance to as well.
Wouldn't break my heart. Fastball up, and Strasburg's going to run off the mound toward the first base dugout. 10 pitches, 2 Ks, and he also got the put out. Who needs gloves?
Uppercut swing. And do you think they let dogs in the ballpark in 1958? I'm saying no. Pups in the Park, presented by Budweiser, is back. Don't miss a chance to bring your canine buddy to the ballpark on Sunday, April 29th. Nats take on the Diamondbacks. Proceeds benefit the Humane Rescue Alliance, or as I said last year, the Human Rescue Alliance. Visit nationals.com for tickets.
I'd be smiling too if I had Strasburg a winner already last night. Pardon me, Scherzer and Strasburg tonight. So Davey Martinez gets to fire some serious pitching right at the Dodgers in the first 2 games of the series, and Jeremy Hellickson in the Sunday night game tomorrow. 4-game hitting streak for Moises Sierra, 5 for his last 12. It's got to be a great feeling to go to the ballpark the day after a performance like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but he would.
First pitch changeup missing. Sierra overall 7 for 25. And he's shown off a good arm in left field so far.
You walk around this place, Carp, and you just marvel at that this was built in 1958, or that was the first season, and how timeless this place is. Eat off the floor here. It's so clean. And you see those new seats down there, the light blue ones? That used to be the backstop.
I know. Yeah, where that big walkway is down there. That's how big this place was as far as the playing field. Sierra is out, and that's 3 ground ball outs for Hyun Jin Ryu to start the game.
Yeah, right there. All that used to be grass. And when you came here as a visiting player, it felt like you were playing on an island because it was so far back. So that cement row you see used to be the first row. And the field used to go all the way to there. That was foul ball space. And then that was the backstop. And when you were playing the infield, Carp, you felt like the first baseman was just standing in the middle of an island, and it messed with your depth perception.
Yeah, and then when you think about the pitching they had back then. So here's Matt Wieters, right-handed, 1 for 5. Another thing weird happened when Dodger Stadium opened in '62. They realized the foul poles were in foul territory. There had been a slight miscalculation, and took them a little while. They got it right. What a yard.
Great yard.
The vastness, the size of this place just overwhelms you when you sit in here and look around. Yeah, the TV trucks are higher than us on some of the layers. This was built into the side of the hill, Chavez Ravine. On a 2-1, Matt Wieters waiting for it beautifully, and the Nats have their second base runner as Wieters is aboard, 1 out, 2nd inning.
Center fielder number 3, Michael A. Taylor.
Okay, a changeup off the end, perfectly placed. So right-handed Matt Wieters, there goes the no-hitter. First knock of the night. Now Michael A. going to try to keep the line moving here in the second.
Taylor up to 200. When this road trip started Monday night in New York. Michael A. was hitting a .193. Went 0 for 3 that night. Got a big walk late in that game to drive and run. Since then, swinging the bat pretty well. And a good rip right there as it goes straight back.
You know, as a hitter, you practice your whole life hitting the fastball, and it's so hard in the middle of an at-bat as you look at Bob Guerin, the Dodgers bench coach, with all his numbers there. But when you face a guy like Ryu that throws the fastball 43% of the time, every once in a while it's okay to sit on something soft, early in the count at least.
0-2, it's upstairs in his second strikeout. Now it's Wilmer Defoe's job, if he can, to turn this lineup over and get Strasburg into the batter's box. Defoe at bat for a bases loaded walk in the 8th inning last night. So from the number 8 spot in the order, he's had an RBI in 4 of his last 6 games. I don't know if he was trying to shoot that to the right side where there's 90 feet of space. Now it's 0-2. And a take, a good one on the curveball. Ball 1. Wilmer 2 for 16 right-handed. Nats are 2 and 4 so far against left-handed starters. Grandal setting up away, and Defoe can't get down there to get it. Quick pitch, couple of Ks. Base hit by Wieters. The Nats have stranded 2 early.
Max Scherzer and Steven Strasburg very early in counts. Well, here's some data over the last couple years to match what we've seen with our eyes. Since the start of the 2017 season, Scherzer ranks 3rd in opponents' first pitch swing percentage, while Strasburg ranks 18th in that same category. And I asked pitching coach Derek Lilliquist how those two starters can still attack the zone early when they know that hitters are going to be hunting that first pitch that they throw. He said that Scherzer and Strasburg have elite level control to the point that they're not throwing a first pitch strike over the heart of the plate or even picking a half of the plate. They attack a certain third of the plate. Lilliquist also said they could both land all of their pitches for strikes. So even though hitters might be looking to swing early against Strasburg or against Scherzer, it's still a guessing game on both pitch and location, making it really tough to square something up.
Yeah, that was the book on Steven his first couple years in the big leagues. Better get the fastball, the first one you see. And guys mature, they grow up, they make adjustments. And here's Cody Bellinger in the cleanup spot. Fastball tails away. Steven first inning, 10 pitches, 9 strikes. Pretty good straight change right there.
You know, I'm talking to Oral Hershiser today, and he asked me about Steven Strasburg, and I said, hey, he throws every pitch for a strike and every pitch for a ball when he wants to. And I think that's the difference in Steven the last 3 or 4 years, is that he can expand the zone with all of his pitches when he wants to. There's Oral, the bulldog. But he can also float that changeup in for a strike like you just saw, float the curveball in for a strike early, and then throw him real hard late and get a strikeout.
Bellinger high in the air, right center. Taylor under it. 4 straight for Strasburg to start the game. Peterson and Kemp the next 2 here in the second.
When you saw him his first start at Nats Park against the Pirates, I guarantee you he's just, here's my heater, hit it.
Yeah, right. He was a thrower.
Yeah. Because he could, it was 100. And he's evolved with, you know, some injuries and some experience into a pure pitcher.
14 strikeouts in 7 innings. Never forget the atmosphere at the ballpark for that. How about going back almost 70 starts, 51 decisions. The Nats have won 54 of those games. That ball's hit better than the previous one, and Jock Peterson has left the yard. 5th one given up by Strasburg this year, 1-0 Dodgers. Jock Peterson's first of the year.
Well, definitely sitting on the heater. And this one a little bit below the belt. You see the uppercut swing by Peterson, so it created a lot of loft, a lot of launch angle. And it had the sound definitely. Maybe an hour from now when it gets dark and that marine layer hits, that stays in. But right now the ball is flying. 421 feet, 106 miles an hour. Nice swing.
And next up is Matt Kemp. These two have had some battles. 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Kemp 8 for 24 with a homer, 3 RBIs against Steven. Pretty good job of jamming him right there.
Matt Kemp lost 50 pounds in the offseason. He cut sugars and starches out of his diet. Remember him last year as a Brave. He was a large human, but he looks like he did when he was a Dodger the first time.
Yeah. Had a couple of hamstring pulls last year that cost him lots of games. April 11th and then July 29th. Still hit almost 20 home runs for the Braves in 115 games. But if you're going to stay in the National League, FP, you got to be able to roam the outfield.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that'll help him defensively. He gets jammed on that one. So Strasburg challenging guys here early. Taylor another grab, 2 down.
No way. Celebrate Zach Brown Band's return to National Park. Enjoy this double feature, Zach Brown Band Night at Nats Park on Sunday, July 8th, followed by the Zach Brown Band concert on July 27th. Get tickets to both, plus a limited edition commemorative pennant for just $99. Visit nationals.com for details. That one ambushed me. That's a good one.
Awesome show. I just wish we were in town for some of those. Yasiel Puig, 2 for 10 against Strasburg. And this one off the end of the bat for Sierra. So everything in the air in the second. Peterson really hit one well. Dodgers by 1.
Dodger fans, it's time for priceless surprises courtesy of MasterCard.
Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater DC. 94 walks, $4,700. Take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Go for a walk, says Care First. Strasburg, a 1 for 6 on the year and a 152 career hitter. 2 plate appearances against this lefty, 0 for 1 with a walk. First time through the order, the Nationals will go 1 for 8 with a Harper walk and a Wieters base hit.
Well, last night Trey got the party started at the first pitch of the ball game. There goes a no-hitter, a ringing double into the left field corner. He would score. How about the play he made in the hole right here on Chase Utley? The jump throw with something on it, right on the money. Max was digging that, and then the safety squeeze scoring Michael A. Taylor. He just walked into first because no one was there. That was beautiful.
Showing bunt again. We love it when he gets infielders nervous and moving around. First baseman a lot deeper than Muncy at third, but it's 0-1. And the curveball, base hit right side. Here we go. Even though there's a left-hander looking right at him when he leads off. Trey is 8 for 8 this year.
Number 12, Howie Kendrick.
It's a nice piece of hitting right there. Stay back, go the other way. Guy that's not going to overpower you with the fastball. There's no need to think about pulling off Ryu. Back up the middle the other way if you're right-handed.
Howie struck out swinging first time. Got a lot of off-speed stuff. He's going to get out in front of this one. This ball's got some carry to it. Matt Kemp onto the track. Just a few steps in front of the scoreboard. A long, loud second out. Harper again. League leaders, when you're talking cards, you're talking Coons. Highest career slugging percentage in March and April. Yeah, Babe Ruth, no match for Bryce.
Yeah, he's on there with a bunch of replacement players.
What a list. What a list.
If those guys cross the line in the 94 strike, all of them.
The lists on which he appears compared to all-time baseball greats, there are many. And our guys keep finding new ones. Walked first time. So first time up, Bryce was ahead 2-0. Ryu threw him a changeup, got a strike. Then it was 3-1, threw him a changeup, got a strike. Then he missed away for the walk. Taylor, short right field, really at an angle, a real pull angle for a lefty-lefty matchup. Make it 12.
I'd say it's about 11-foot lead.
Inside 2-0, and Bryce just not biting. Seeing it well. Ryu, 31 years of age, from South Korea. 35-25 career. 85th start, 86th big league appearance.
I mean, a lot to think about, right? You got Trey Turner on first, who can fly. You got Bryce Harper in the batter's box. You see what Rio's doing. We talk about how Trey influences what pitchers do. He's rushing his delivery, and I don't think he's missing on purpose here. I think this is the Trey Turner effect, plus added a little Bryce Harper on top.
So Bryce hasn't seen anything but changeups for the 3 strikes in his 2 ABs. And that's low in the zone. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
I thought this was a pretty good pitch. Bryce is just looking for something higher. That's paint. Tip your cap and move on to the next pitch. Does Dave Martinez start Trey Turner here? Well, it's 3-2, 2 outs.
And so a ball in the gap should tie it. Bryce trying to wait and wait on that off speed. That's got a piece of it.
You know, it's almost like against a guy like Ray, you just elevate it, make it be up. Don't even worry about what pitch it is. Just set your sights a little higher. And based on that brilliant comment, I think Dave should start him here again. 3-2, 2 outs. Do it again. Send him.
I like your chances. Big gap right center. Off speed, and Harper stays with it again.
Good fight going on here between these two. And it's almost like Bryce can't stay back enough. He's trying, and he's thinking left center. Howie was thinking right center too. The pitch took care of the fact that he pulled it. But everything has been slow, and the fast has been away.
Pitch number 9 of this matchup about to happen.
Fastball away.
Missed out there. Harper walks again. 2 on 2 out for Ryan Zimmerman.
Number 11, Ryan Zimmerman.
So in this series, Bryce has now walked 3 times in 7 plate appearances.
I'll tell you what, normally you let Ryan Zimmerman hit with 2 outs, but if Trey gets a jump and Bryce gets one behind him, this isn't a bad play to steal second, third with 2 outs. This isn't a total shut it down for Trey Turner. If he gets a jump, I wouldn't be surprised. And Bryce is eyeballing him right now at first.
Yeah, Chris Taylor keeping a close eye on Trey. Outside to Zimmerman.
Ryu's just so quick to the plate. He's not really giving him a chance. Nibbling.
This is getting interesting.
Usually when you nibble too much, you get burned. We'll see what happens here.
Two on, two out. Nationals down by a run. So Ryu took a long time, and then Ryan requested time. Up and away, 3-0 with the aggressive Sierra on deck.
The greenest of green lights right here, right now, right? Let it fly. Get something up, though.
I'd have a green light and the Navy Yard horn honking. Spotlights. Ryan's going to take it, and it fades to the outside edge.
3-0 changeup on the black. Nibbling.
Should play the Jeopardy theme in between every pitch here.
I just went and shaved and my beard grew back.
Now that's a lot of time. Well, not that much. That's going to come back and get the outside edge, and Ryan Zimmerman having a hard time believing that one.
So we got a 3-0 change on the black, a little wraparound curveball 3-1. And this one looked like it didn't come back. What does PitchCast think? Oh my gosh.
It's hard to believe that a pitcher with this lack of rhythm and work rate gets a call like that. 3-2, runners will be moving. So Ryan, he's got to be ready to swing at anything now.
Well, you still got to be on the fastball. You can't let him sneak 90 by you here.
But I'm talking location. If it's anywhere near close, I think Dan Bellino said, okay, boys, let's go.
One trip for the Dodgers.
Zimmerman steps out again, so we got a little you step, I step thing going on here. Turner and Harper on the move, and that's ball 4. Bases loaded. Now you got a bunch of defenders standing around forever as Sierra steps in.
You know, he wanted to walk Zim that whole sequence. That was a pitch around. They had third base open. He'd rather go for the rookie Moises Sierra, or the guy with less experience Moises Sierra, than the veteran Ryan Zimmerman. He's hot. And that was a pitch around the whole way. He nibbled with the 3-0 changeup. He told you what he wanted to do. Then he nibbled with the curveball, which was ball 4. And he didn't want anything to do with that fastball.
Well, Sierra's aggressive. Let's see how he handles this.
Good take.
Yeah, that was the heater low.
Well, his swing is right center field, and that's a perfect matchup for this pitcher, if he's thinking that. I mean, that's where his natural swing path leads to.
3 RBIs in 9 games. That's deep short. Backhand Seager. And the Dodgers escape. A Turner hit walks to Harper and Zimmerman, and now the Nats have stranded 5.
bell tops, as they used to call them. 1-0 Dodgers, bottom of the third inning. Hey kids, can you hear me down there? Sunday, April 29th at Nats Park is Kids Opening Day with Junior Nats Kids Club. Look at Screech pull that promo right onto the screen. You can join him and all of his weird friends. The first 10,000 kids ages 12 and under receive a fidget spinner that's presented by the Peanuts. Tell your parents to visit Nationals.com for tickets, or you just click on there and buy them all. Look at, they're ready, representing.
What a great Nats family here tonight.
Flat Bill with his picker on, I love it.
Bottom third for the Dodgers, Muncy, Ryu, and Taylor. Strasburg, 21 pitches, 16 strikes, so add another to each of those. As Max Muncy steps in, 2 for 9 in 3 games with a homer and 2 RBIs. Could be another month for Justin Turner. He has started taking what they call dry swings, just swinging the bat a little bit, no contact. But wrists don't heal quickly, do they?
No, he's taking grounders out here yesterday, throwing across, so keeping his arm strong.
Change up away, it's hit that way, and Sierra on the move to grab it.
The big mountain ready for that line drive, wouldn't he? So there's 2 sides to the game, lumber and leather. Maybe you're frustrated that you didn't get the big knock you were thinking about, and you're still thinking about that, and you don't get a jump on it. Moises Sierra was ready. He got a great jump, threw the at-bat away, put his glove on, and was ready. Nice play. Can't tell how many times I had teammates still thinking about their at-bat out there and not get a good jump right there and let it drop.
Right on the edge with a fastball to Ryu, who's 0 for 2 career against Strasburg. 1 for 7, a 168 career batter. Big hook, 0-2. Phil Cuzzy says no swing. It was up and away.
So Ryu was a natural right-hander, but the first glove he was given by his dad was a left-handed glove, so he taught himself to throw left-handed. Still hits right, obviously.
And Chris Taylor will bat with 2 outs. Strasburg, 3rd K.
Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year. 13 changeups and only 10 fastballs. That gives you a good idea how he's approaching these Dodgers.
29 strikeouts on the year now with 6 walks. Taylor swing and a miss his first time. First time around, Dodgers go 1 for 9 with the Peterson home run. Front door on the hook. Nasty. Nissan pitch cast. Fastball up, it's gashed, and Harper right there. Couple of line drives. Matt Wieters has a hit already. To the middle innings we go. 1-0 LA. Some walks. Stranding 5. Davey will send up Wieters, Taylor, Defoe, top 4. And by the way, Steven Strasburg is through 3 innings on 31 pitches. Could be a deep into the night outing for him. So the Nats would love to get him some offense here. Wieters pulled one cleanly to left for the first hit. 1 out, 2nd inning. Gets a curveball there. 31 pitches, 24 strikes. That is dealing. And Matt waiting for that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Phillies won again tonight. Aaron Nola beat the Pirates. The Mets have a 3-2 lead at Atlanta. It's a pretty good matchup tonight. DeGrom and Tehran there. They play 8th inning. Nats start the night. Game and a half back of the Braves. 2.5 for the Phillies and 4.5 for the Mets. And with the Phillies having won now, it's a little bit of a difference as we post a W for them.
The Mets moved Matt Harvey to the bullpen.
Wow. 2-2 to Wieters. And the changeup. Strikeout number 4. So 3 walks, 4 Ks. No better time to act than today, PNC. Make today the day with our minor league insights. And we check out prospect Rafael Bautista. Older as prospects go, but a guy who's highly thought of in the Nationals organization. So huge numbers, 406 in 8 games with the Chiefs. Here's Michael A. Taylor. Ryu took him upstairs to strike him out first time. .92, that's about as fast as we've seen. Ten o'clock for you back home. Just into the 7 o'clock hour here. Beautiful night. BC, FP, DK, 71 here at Dodger Stadium. And Taylor again on a high fastball strikes out. Ryu 5 Ks on the evening.
Number 1, Wilmer Defoe.
Defoe struck out. He's next.
It'd be a bad time to lay one down, turn the lineup over.
It's a good thought. Muncy shallow at third. Bellinger ready to charge at first, though he's not playing shallow in terms of being near that baseline between first and second. And right now Ryu's got some serious swing and miss stuff going. That number on his back is for the arm angles and different speeds with which he pitches.
Yeah, he is mixing it up. It's hard to think with him.
Two and one.
I think with guys like this, you just look for the height of the pitch. You want it to be up. He's not going to overpower it Yeah, with the heater, and don't even look in. I think he just goes in for effect to protect the pitches he throws on the other side. At least that's the way it seems so far.
That changeup is just diving.
But how did he get there? He moved Wilmer's feet with the heater to protect that changeup away, so you're not leaning out, driving it in the right center field gap.
League's hitting 164 against him coming into the game tonight. And Defoe will take the fastball away. When in doubt, throw the changeup. Wow. Strikes out the side swinging. 6 Ks in the game. And the 4th inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals and a beautiful sunset shaping up in SoCal. And you can take Mac's bobblehead home that night. Visit nationals.com and check it out.
What is that? What is that? Bob's Big Boy in the stadium?
Guts Glory Ram. And our do-ups career numbers for Seager, Grandal, Bellinger. Yeah, go log on and get to work with Ram. Seager lifts one to short center. Turner out, Taylor in. Trey has it.
But you see, to Dan's report, you know, the Dodgers have the highest average in baseball on the first pitch. They like to swing on the first pitch. You don't want to get to 2 strikes with Steven Strasburg. What do? You throw a first pitch changeup, and not just right down the middle. That had a little location to it. So that's how you get outs on the first pitch, when you know that's the game plan of the other team.
Yeah, Dodgers love to hack early. Strasburg struck out Grandal first time, ending a 10-pitch, 9-strike first inning with 2 Ks. '97 and '96.
If he can swing at one up there, you might think about throwing one higher. We'll see what they decide on. Fastball up. Absolutely. Just got to get it there now. I truly love watching Matt Wieters call a game. The more you see him, which we've seen him a lot now, he really has a great idea. Great feel.
That was the changeup, and it was up a bit. Grandal now has a 10-game hitting streak, 14 for 30.
Number 35, Bellinger.
Pretty good pitch. Sometimes good hitters beat good pitchers. There's nothing wrong with that changeup. Down, he just went down and got it. Sometimes hot hitters beat good pitches, and that's what Yasmani is right now. He's on fire.
Bellinger fly ball to center first time. So only Ryan Braun more homers in that number of games to start a career than this guy, who at 39 as a rookie.
Good stop. This will be an interesting pitch selection, right? 2-0 to a power hitter. He's thinking one thing.
Rolls it over. Zimmerman for one. Throw for the tag. 2. A 3-6 double play. And as soon as Ryan threw that ball, he just turned his back and started walking toward the dugout. He knew they had the 3-6.
They had 39 home runs last year with 97 RBI. He's hit a 2-0 count against a guy that throws 97. He missed twice with soft pitches. And what does he think he's getting right there? A fastball. He's sitting dead right. He has to throw me a heater, right? He hasn't shown me one yet. Here it comes. And Steven Strasburg pulls the string on a changeup. And he gets the 3-6 double play. So, I mean, that's pitching, folks. And maybe 5 years ago he challenges him right there. And the ball's in the seats. Ryan talking about, you know, launch angle on his throw right there to Trey Turner. Hey, it was a double play in the book. Doesn't matter how it looks. Nicely done. And the art of pitching by Steven Strasburg. He's a pitcher now.
Great stuff. Strasburg, Turner, Kendrick.
Shouldn't say now. He has been for a while. That sounded wrong.
65 pitches for Ryu in 4 innings. Strasburg, 39 pitches. So that was a 8-pitch 4th inning.
That outside corner is wide open, isn't it?
Wide open. Gambolino's going to stand up and punch out Strasburg. 4 Ks in a row, Mercedes-Benz will pitch
I want to
against it.
see the box here. Was any one of them in?
Wow.
No. So 3-0 to Strasburg. You think he's swinging more? Oh, he struck out. Huh.
Yeah, that was way too automatic. Top of the order, Trey Turner.
You know, I never was a fan of up and back in the box. A lot of people think, oh, this guy's throwing soft, get up in the box. Well, then it distorts whether you're going to swing at balls or strikes in my mind. But getting on the plate on a guy that really can't beat you in, sometimes that's not a bad idea.
Showing bunt, getting Muncy on the move.
Showing bunt, showing fastball in. That was just the show pitch. That's all he's done with the fastball in. Just show it to you so he can get back to the soft stuff away. See?
How about this? Last night, Trey Turner, hardest hit extra base hit off Kershaw in the last 3+ seasons. That's in the StatCast era, which is very important in baseball history. And Michael A. Taylor, 112.1. You know, we had the golden era, we had the dead ball era, now we've got the StatCast era. Approaching twilight time, but everybody sees it okay, and Taylor makes the grab. 2 outs. It's up to Howie with 2 down in the 5th to get it to Harper. Now he's still looking for his first hit in this series. Dodgers have him 0 for 7. Did hit that long fly ball last night, lined out to second his last time up. And that one into Ryu's glove. 2 down. So that's a 9-pitch 5th inning, and these guys are being very economical.
To Jock Peterson, he hit it far. Check out the guy that tries to catch it in the light blue hat. He's going to need some Geico insurance because he fell hard right on the stairs. Jock Peterson can hit. And that's the only run of the game. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Dodgers' 17th homer of the year. Only the Marlins and Reds in the National League have hit fewer. It was Peterson's first.
I personally, in the World Series, enjoyed how animated Jock Peterson was and how much fun it looked like he was having in the biggest games of the year.
He had a good World Series. 6 for 18, hit 3 homers, drove in 5. He had a couple of times on the DL last year with a groin problem, later a concussion. Eyeballing the Strasburg breaking ball in the dirt, 1-2.
Good foul ball. Is a nasty curve. If he changes his eye level here and goes high with the heater.
He got to the high fastball enough to foul it.
It was the right pitch by Matt Wieters and good execution by Steven. Jock Peterson hanging around fighting.
And the entire beat top to bottom from Nissan.
Trying to elevate it. I think right around the Dodgers if he could do it and it was a video game. He's trying to get it up there. Now he's going to go the other way.
So there is the changeup, and Peterson locked in.
He didn't even
not
flinch.
even biting.
Yeah, at all. Yeah, right above that 5, maybe 2 balls above that 5 if you can. I mean, it's so hard.
I doubled up on the changeup to get the strikeout. 4th K of the night for Strasburg.
Good battle. Won by Steven on a nasty changeup. So they decided to go low and soft instead of high and firm, and it was a perfect pitch. 91 miles an hour on the turbo changeup from Steven Strasburg. Wow. I mean, say your fastball is 91 and you're a major league pitcher. How many do you see move that much at 91? That was incredible.
Matt Kemp fly ball to Taylor in center first time. So since the Peterson homer, 1 Dodger hit, Grandal last inning, then Zimmerman engineered the double play to end the 4th. So a couple of guys dealing tonight. 29-year-old right-hander, a 31-year-old lefty. And Strasburg throwing strikes with his secondary pitches and befuddling the Dodgers at the moment. And the fastball at 97.
Well, you could tell that Matt Kemp wanted to swing, but it was by him. Mixing it up nice.
Then he threw the changeup down and into the righty. So since 7-11 of last year, only Kyle Hendricks more strikeouts with the change. Would he double up?
Fastball.
It's away. 2-2. Nasty hook, broken bat, hit the side of the mound. Here comes Turner, jumps into the throw, and gets Kemp out, who is getting down the line pretty well. 2 outs.
A nice play by Trey. Had to come a long ways on this tapper to short. And that's the fastest I've seen Matt Kemp get down the line. Long time. The jump throw by Trey on the slow roller just gets Matt Kemp. Nice play.
Puig fly ball to left first time. That's a base hit. Trey Turner over in a pull position. And Yasiel Puig has his second hit in 6 ABs against the Nets.
Number 13,
Dan, what about the latest as far as injuries for the Nats?
Well, Bob, some good news on Anthony Rendon, who's out of the starting lineup for the 7th straight game. Davey Martinez saying, however, that Rendon is available off the bench today. Went through a pregame workout yesterday and came out of it feeling pretty good, with the exception of a little bit of soreness. Adam Eaton, meanwhile, progressing, took BP on the field earlier on today, maybe still a few days away as he works his way back from that left ankle injury, but some progress on both of those 2 key guys in this Nationals lineup.
All right. And as we mentioned, injury situation with Matt Grace in the bullpen, and Trevor Gott is back. Yasiel Puig 2 for 3 stealing so far.
I watch a lot of hockey today. It's progress, not progress, Dan.
Once he hit it hard first time, lined out to Sierra in left. Lights taking effect here. Runner going. Throw is short. And Trey Turner just had to concentrate on keeping that ball out of center field.
Well, it was a quick release by Matt. He knew he had to hurry, and the throw's on the other side of the bag. He's got him. He's kind of rushed the throw because of the Puig jump. And now do you pitch to Max Muncy or not? First base open, 2 outs, and there he goes.
I was just about to say, based on that first at bat, send him to first. So Strasburg first walk of the night, and he'll take on Ryu, who he struck out swinging first time.
He's swinging here.
Overmatched on that heater coming up and in.
Well, he just took a chance. He was getting a 1-0 fastball. That was a predetermined swing based on the count.
Hits the daylights out of that ball and into the corner, foul.
Playing close encounters of the third kind. And he's looking for a heater. He got on top of that one, almost set a trap with the swing before. He said, "Do you want to go up there? I'm going to go up there with you." I mean, it was fouled by a lot, but that had us all nervous for a second. And that might be the last fastball that Ryu sees.
Upper deck with that one.
He's not getting cheated, I'll tell you that. Trying to help himself out.
Took that one like a regulation hitter, and now it's 2-2.
Except for half of his body was in the Dodgers dugout when he took it.
So twice as many pitches as his previous long one. And that's it. After the pitches he got against Strasburg, Steven should have gotten that one, and he did. Harper, Zimmerman, Sierra, top 6. How about some offense?
April 28th, 2012. Some kid named Bryce Harper, a 19-year-old, got called up for the Nats. There's his first knock, a double off Chad Billings. You remember the helmet came off right around first base. Randy North the ball. And then he was playing left field, made this throw to Wilson Ramos. He couldn't hang on. And then followed up with this sacrifice fly to left field, scoring Rick Ankiel. How about that, folks? April 28th, 2012, 19-year-old Bryce Harper. He was and is built for baseball.
Youngest Nat at that time to make it to the big leagues. And here he is, top 6.
I talked to his dad, Ron, about that today. We were reminiscing in the first base dugout before the game today during batting practice. He was in Vegas. He said on the side he was detailing cars. I think it was a Lamborghini he told me he was detailing. He had one more to do that day. He got the phone call that his son got called up to the big leagues. He said, "Hey, you guys are going to have to detail this last car. I'm heading to Los Angeles. My son got called up to the big leagues." He said they were all crying. They got on a plane. They made it here on time. Seems like yesterday, but he's been a big leaguer for a while.
So that first season, 139 games, 533 at bats, 22 and 59, 25 doubles, 9 triples, 18 stolen bases that first year for Bryce.
Yeah, I remember they needed some life and some energy in the lineup. That was the thinking behind calling him up that early.
He had hit 250 with a homer, 3 RBIs in 20 games at Syracuse when he got the call. 2-0. And Harper the other way, and the only guy on that side of the infield, Corey Seager, grabs it. Zimmerman and Sierra to follow here in the 6th.
It's a good at bat by Bryce, a good game plan. Bad luck.
Ground ball to short and a walk for Ryan so far tonight. Busted bat in between Hop and Seager handled it softly and very well. 2 outs. So Harper walked in the first. Wieters singled in the second. Nats had the bases loaded 3rd inning with a Turner hit, walks to Harper and Zimmerman. And the Nats have not had a base runner since. Sierra too short on the ground twice. Two and 1.
Even though he's fooled, he kept his hands back nice. He was trying to run into one and tie it up.
Boys, as Sierra's hit 9 big league homers. And then the fastball by him. That's 10 straight for Hyun Jin Ryu.
Hashtag no filter. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode. It's available right now. Learn more at RBI.com. Rated E for everyone. So just to show you how precise Steven Strasburg is, And something occurred last night. The guys were on it and caught this. So Puig with the base hit up the middle. You see Trey Turner playing over in the 5.5 hole. I think Steven made the pitch exactly where he wanted it. He wasn't loving where Trey Turner was playing and the shift so far to pull. Kind of chirping at the dugout. He's intense, right? You got to love the intensity. Then he walks back and he's talking to his new skipper about how he's going to pitch Puig, where he thinks Puig is going to hit the ball, and where his defense was placed behind him. So, you know, you're a pitcher, you have input in that, and I like the fact that he's talking to his skipper about that, and they're talking where the shortstop, Trey Turner, was playing against Puig.
I love it. It's his game, and he knows he made a good pitch.
And Dave Martinez is a guy that will listen to that. I mean, he's open to hearing things like that, and I'm sure if you ask him, he loves the intensity that his pitcher's that into it. And that dialed in and focused. There is absolutely nothing wrong with anything we just showed you. That's good stuff.
Taylor a strikeout, line out to right. Strasburg 62 pitches, 45 strikes through 5. And that's after throwing 23 pitches in the 5th. And Chris Taylor, after 0 for 14, has his first career hit against Steven Strasburg. Corey Seager next. To the Dodgers box. Strasburg 4 in a row before the Peterson second inning home run. 6 in a row before the Grandal base hit in the 4th. And the double play took care of that. So right now, the first time the Dodgers have had their leadoff man on. They did it twice against, actually only once in 6 innings against Scherzer last night. Well, one was a walk, one was a triple. So they haven't had a whole lot of early inning situations with which to work. Seager a comebacker and then a pop fly to short. Thoughtful Dave Roberts right there. Great fastball, low in the zone, 1-1.
The sky right now is incredible. Matching the Nats jerseys. What was it, 85 today? 84?
Warmest day we have felt since leaving Florida. 1-1. Taylor inching, not moving. Pitch in the dirt. Now he's moving. And Wieters has no chance. Alert base running by Chris Taylor.
It's good baseball by Taylor. Didn't get very far away from Matt Wieters, but he was looking for it. Tried to backhand that one. Thought he was going to catch it in the air. The ball kind of short hops his glove. And watch Taylor. Why not? I mean, that's your job as a leadoff hitter, to get out there and advance any way you can. Heads up play by the Dodgers second baseman.
Ruled a wild pitch. Here's a 2-1 count. Upstairs, and no chance to advance anybody on that.
Yeah, the way Ryu's pitching, you can't allow too many more, right? Seems to be keeping the Nats off balance all night.
And no base runners since the 3rd.
I'm not sure, but I think he just threw a 94-mile-an-hour changeup.
And he pulls it inside. 2 on, nobody out. first non-intentional walk of the night. Rondala strikeout and a base hit.
Well, that's where if you're Steven Strasburg, you got to fire all your bullets, keep it a 1-0 game, and just say, hey, this is my last inning, and I'm going to do everything I can and empty the tank to get out of this thing and keep it 1-0. So even though he's at 72 pitches, you redline right here, right? Whatever it takes, get your ball club back in the dugout, maybe get yourself a W, and who cares about the 7th? It's all about the 6th right here, right now.
Rondala, .240 career hitter until the start of this season. And that got him. At least he's selling it by walking down. And Dan Bellino said, yeah, it got him on the pants leg. And the basers are loaded with nobody out.
It just yanks a fastball. We haven't seen him do that in a long time. Did it look like it hit him? That's something you can check. The phone just rang in the dugout and Chip Hale went to answer. He didn't go to the phone. The phone called him. So times the dugout will call the clubhouse, and other times the clubhouse will say, hey, you might want to check that, because it's hard for those guys on the bench to see. Chip Hale's coming back to Dave Martinez. He's down below. You can't see him. I don't think they're going to challenge it.
Well, this could be your ball game right here. Cody Bellinger, bases loaded, nobody out. 0 for 2 tonight. Fly ball to center, 3-6 double play ball. Last time out, Steven Strasburg ran into problems in the 6th inning. Taylor singled, Seager walked. Rondal hit by a pitch.
'96. So check out the pull swing and the fastball away. Hips flew out early. He'll go left with 2 strikes, but he's a pull hitter until then, usually.
And that one right to the outside edge.
97. He's emptying the tank, folks. Whatever he's got. Here it goes. He's trying to get out of this thing. You see Bellinger kind of leaving with the hips there, looking for something in. I don't think he thought he was getting 2 heaters in a row. Great atmosphere here tonight at Dodger Stadium. Crowd's into it.
Yeah, the guy in the batter's box is bobblehead night. Changeup got him. Bellinger started his swing and that thing disappeared. Strikeout number 6, 1 out.
Watch the front hip of Bellinger. Watch it. See it spin out of there? He's got no chance of hitting anything away. His front hip is spent, then his shoulder goes, and there's no way he's touching anything. Watch his hip. It flies open. There's no way he's getting that changeup away, or even a fastball for that matter. He was in pull mode trying to do damage that whole at-bat. That was a beautiful sequence by Steven Strasburg. Nicely done.
Peterson struck out last time, but he fouled off a bunch of pitches. Homered back in the 2nd. Outer edge, upper part of the zone for a strike.
He's sitting at 97.
Carlos Torres for the Nats, called up yesterday.
Well, now you got to come to him, and what are you coming to him with? A fastball here, or do you go with the changeup? Drama.
There's the changeup, and it's 3-1.
Peterson's been seeing the changeup out of Stevens' hand all night early. He hasn't even flinched at it, but he did strike him out on it. Come to think of it now, last at bat. But he spit on a few early in the count, just like that one. So you got to throw him a heater and hope you get lucky.
Three-one pitch. Out of play.
Struck him out on a changeup last time. Do you dare throw that? 3-2 with the bases loaded. My palms are sweaty up here. This is good stuff.
One-run game.
Ooh. It's a good trick. Get on the same page, and if you think there's any funny business going on at second base, no sign. What do you want to throw? I'm not putting down a sign. Here we go.
Nats have used a couple of visits tonight.
I don't think he's going to put down a sign. He is.
Throws a fastball by him, 2 down. Great time for strikeouts number 6 and 7. And now it's a power matchup with Kemp.
Well, we talk about Max emptying the tank all the time. Steven Strasburg's turned into his own closer right now. He's turned up the dial to 96, 97. Fell behind 3-1 to a guy that hit a tater off him already. Challenged him with the fastball 3-1. Challenged him with the fastball 3-2 and got a huge punch out here in the 6th. And he's still not out of the woods. Great theater here in Los Angeles.
Fly ball to center. Ground ball to short. Kemp 0 for 2.
I mean, he's just going to the heater. Let's do this. When in doubt, I got 97 in my back pocket.
Another challenge fastball.
This is macho baseball right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Heater, heater, heater. He's digging it. You didn't think he'd be on the top step for this?
Yeah, who's channeling who right now? Threw the changeup, and Kemp able to bump it to the right.
That would have been the stupidest ending to that story ever, if that was fair.
Seems like the Nats have been in the field for a half hour here.
Could affect Ryu.
Fastball away, ball one.
98.
He struck out the side after the bases were loaded. K's 6, 7, and 8. And you're talking about 4, 5, and 6 for the Dodgers. Cody Bellinger, bobblehead night, changeup. Peterson, home run earlier. See ya. Kemp, inning over.
Unbelievable. Fastball 97 to Peterson, fastball 98 to Matt Kemp. And you remember when Max Scherzer got the base hit to right and Cargo tried to throw him out at first and kind of turned the tide? If you can't get fired up in that first base dugout after what Steven Strasburg just pulled off, you probably shouldn't be wearing a uniform. That fired everybody up in that first base dugout. How about that?
90 pitches, 61 strikes. Doesn't look like he's done. We'll see. He would bat fourth in this inning if the Nats get a base runner. It's Wieters, Taylor, and Defoe.
I mean, that was just, I got 98 for you in my back pocket. What a luxury to have that.
Wieters goes up swinging, fly ball to Puig.
Well, the last thing you can't have is a quick inning after that. I mean, it just can't happen.
Yeah, he's thrown 51 pitches in the last 2 innings. Taylor 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts, the same for Defoe, as the Nats continue to try to solve this puzzle named Ryu. Off-speed breaking ball. Looking like 2 outs on 3 pitches. Defoe next.
Third baseman Wilmer Defoe.
Boy, if your guy labors to get out of an inning like that, I mean, you have to take your time, see some pitches. I know it's a 1-0 game, so you're thinking ambush home run, but you know, the baseball player in you has to realize that that guy just worked his tail off to get out of that inning. He went max effort, 97, 98, bases loaded, nobody out jam. I mean, ideally, you would like your offense to, even if you can't solve the guy, Carp, to see some pitches, to take your time, you know, stay in the on-deck circle a little longer than normal, put some more rosin on your bat, just to give him a breather at the very least.
So that's going to be 3 outs on 5 pitches. 13 straight for Ryu.
Time for Fios by Verizon Exmo. Check out the 3 punch-outs. And more about the makeup of Steven Strasburg to get out of a bases-loaded jam on the road against some really established major league hitters. And he did it mostly with the fastball. You saw the changeup. That was some good stuff, and that's why, folks, he's one of the best. Fios, the 100% fiber optic network, means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com today.
Strasburg and Puig. Fly ball to left, base hit to left. And the mandatory beach ball. Now we can move on with the rest of the game.
Throw some more out there so he can get some.
That was a savvy move by a Nats fan in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Five of Strasburg's last 6 outs. K's. And he'll get the outside edge with 96, and Puig didn't like it. Sean Kelly. And he throws 96 in off the plate for the foul. Changing eye level, 1 and 2.
That was 28 red line pitches in the 6th.
96 by him. The tank not quite empty. 4 Ks in a row, all swinging against quality hitters. Nissan pitch cast.
97, 98, now 96 on the last 3 punch-outs. Airing it out.
Strasburg's previous starts this season, 6 1/3, 6, 8 against Atlanta in a 1-0 win, and then 6 against the Rockies. When he was dominant other than 1 pitch for 5 innings and had problems in the 6th. And holds on to the changeup. Down and in to Max Muncy, who has lined out and been intentionally walked. Ryu has thrown 89 pitches, and Chase Utley looks like he's going to hit for him. So maybe the Nats need some high octane into the game to turn those bats around and make some hard contact.
Well, the Dodgers bullpen has been anything but automatic early in the season.
Kenley Jansen, 2 saves in 4 opportunities.
He's blown 2 saves. He blown 1 all last year. He's throwing 89 to 90 with not a lot of cuts. So we'll see if he's figured that out if he gets a chance tonight.
Cingrani warmed up last night, never came in. A lot of snap on that 85 in there, 1 and 2. So the ball's still coming out very lively for Strasburg as he nears 100 pitches.
I honestly thought he was done when he yanked the fastball across and hit Grandal on the leg. But that's a sign that your legs are underneath you. You get a little tired. Couldn't have been more wrong. Plenty left in the tank after that. Almost like the hit by pitch fired him up.
He went. Wieters retrieves. Plenty of time. 2 down. Strikeout number 10.
Peanuts wrap up their April home games with a Sunday matchup against the Lynchburg Hillcats, 1:05 p.m. First 1,000 fans get a team photo. That's presented by PRTC. Harry Potter Day at the ballpark. All kinds of neat stuff going on there.
37 time, matching his uniform number with 10 Ks or more. They've called Chase Utley back, and they're going to bring in Kike Hernandez to pinch hit here. Hernandez career against Strasburg, 0 for 4. So they're going to maybe save Chase Utley for later. Hernandez 1 for 4 with an RBI as a pinch hitter.
This might be a change seats night, change beds. Stays 1-0 here, get that 3rd out. We're changing it up.
Davey Martinez told me after the game last night that Max Scherzer was upset when he came out of the game because he didn't have enough first pitch strikes last night. The only flaw that anybody could find in his evening, and he said that's what guys like Scherzer and Strasburg are all about. They want to be good in every category. And this ball is way out of here from Kike Hernandez. So 2 solos, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. Well, they pull the lefty to have the right-hander hit, and he hits it out of the park.
I think Kike hit 3 home runs against the Cubs, didn't he, in Game 5 of the NLCS? Sneaky pop, Justin Turner over to congratulate his buddy, and that was a quick strike by the Dodgers.
Yeah, 4 for 9 in that division series. 3 homers, 7 batted in. And Taylor unable to do anything with that big hook. So it's 0-2 to him. Carlos Torres back up now. One and 2 on the change. Two pitch count up to 106. High in the air for Michael A. Taylor. Steven Strasburg will give up 2 runs in 7 innings on 5 hits. Understanding what's important, it's M&T Bank with our do-ups. Trey Turner straight ahead, then Kendrick and Harper. Maybe Zimmerman. That's all after the pinch hitter in the number 9 spot. Top 8 ahead.
Second baseman number 12, Howie Kendrick.
Reynolds will be hitting for him in a moment. And the new pitcher is Tony Cingrani, 28-year-old lefty, longtime Cincinnati Red. Came over here for 22 games toward the end of last season. And it'll be his 10th appearance. 2 runs, 4 hits in 7 innings, 12 strikeouts.
Yeah, fastball, slider, 2 pitches. Fastball 93 on average, 68% of the time.
Red Reynolds looking for his first pinch hit. He has a pinch hit RBI. And he faces Cingrani for the first time. So Jock Peterson has moved from center to left. Chris Taylor from second to center. And Kike Hernandez in at second base. So they double switch Matt Kemp out of the game for some 2-0 defense here in the last 2 innings. And he's going to delay and pull out the bow and arrow. Dan Bellino gets Reynolds, and there have been some strikes way out there tonight.
On that side of the plate for sure. But it's been called all night, so he's been consistent.
Turner and Kendrick the next two, and the Nats need Bryce Harper in the batter's box in this inning. Turner 0 for 1 against the lefty.
You know, sometimes you talk to a pitching coach as a hitter, he's a good resource. You know why? He might pick something up on a pitcher, and especially if he's had him before. But Bryce is talking to Derek Lilliquist right now, and they're both eyeballing Cingrani. You're like, well, why is a pitching coach talking to a hitter? Well, maybe they're seeing something on the mound right now. And when you're in the first base dugout and a left-hander's out of the stretch, that's where you can see it. If you're in the third base dugout, you're seeing his back. And like you said, Carp, they just want him up this inning any way they can.
And Turner takes one in there.
Huge pitch coming.
Trey rips it, but Seager right there. And the Nats have gone down 15 in a row, and it's up to Howie to extend the inning on a beautiful night in LA. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Kendrick faces Cingrani for the first time since we saw Bryce earlier. 2 for 9 against the lefty, and Casey makes it in this inning.
Yeah, big at bat right here for Howie Kendrick. Leadoff hitter mode, get on any way you can. Down 0-2, now you got to fight.
And the Dodger lefties so difficult for our lineup tonight, and that's down and in. And the Nats haven't had anybody on base since the third inning. 2-0 Dodgers. Well, the Nats have to keep the Dodgers at bay here in the 8th. And if you need expert printing, the UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing they can't solve. Carlos Torres, Nationals debut. After 5 innings and 4 appearances at Syracuse, no runs, no hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And you know what's coming, don't you?
Cutter 68% of the time. You just saw one right there. He'll throw the fastball, the straight fastball, 18% of the time, and he's got a curve to go with it. There's the curve. What I remember of Carlos with his days with the Mets, where the Nats saw him a lot, is he's a strike thrower. Not afraid to pound the strike zone.
So 1-2 to Seager. Meanwhile, they're standing in Oakland. 26-year-old lefty Sean Manaea is 1 out away from a no-hitter, and that's against the 17-2 Boston Red Sox. Line drive and Defoe right there for the first out, bottom 8.
Nice cutter on the hands. Good pitch.
Could be very interesting when Kenley Jansen takes the mound for the night. As FP said, not the Jansen of years past, at least so far for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. They've been saying he's had a hamstring problem in spring training. The cutter isn't cutting. He hasn't been able to repeat his stride into the same spot, so that's affected the movement on his pitch. He's been on the side of the cutter. So we'll see. Stay tuned. I believe in front of 50,000 people in a full house, he might have a different take here tonight. Bryce will be facing him first.
Rundall 1 for 2, single, hit by a pitch. And that breaking ball stays well outside.
It's got a lot of movement on that cutter. It's almost like a slider that doesn't go down, just cuts across a little bit. But that's got tons of movement.
Just a subtle little move, and evidently enough to get it off the plate. Rundall's on for the 3rd time.
First base number 35.
Well, if you throw that cutter to Bellinger, you got to get it in under the hands. Because as we saw last time, that big strikeout from Strasburg, everything was away, and he was thinking pull. That's okay if you go in there. You just got to get it in there. Like that. Perfect.
Bellinger looking for a knock on his bobblehead night. And as that ball goes out of play, Sean Manaea has just no hit the Boston Red Sox in Oakland. So he had a major league record of 21-21 coming into that game, and he throws a no-hitter against a team that won 17 of their first 19 games with all the offense you can imagine.
Yeah, 7th no-hitter in A's history.
He's from Valparaiso, Indiana, pitched at Indiana State. Well done for him. And that thing is so far out of here. Bryce Harper barely moved, and the Dodgers lead 4-0. So it took Cody Bellinger well over 2 hours on his bobblehead night, but he just made a very loud sound.
We make that our 4th drive of the game. You got to get the cutter in. You saw the first one, strike one. Look at it, it's off the plate. That one didn't cut. Been talking about Bellinger's pull swing all night long. He's been trying to do this every single swing tonight. And Carlos Torres just left that cutter out over the plate just enough for a mammoth home run to make this a 4-0 game. Heard your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's the danger
halfway up the pavilion
of flirting with the fastball in. Got to get it in there.
Dodgers all their RBIs with a long ball tonight. And that ball is scorched into right. Harper, good play to his left to cut it off.
It's your strength against their strength. We've been talking about it all night long, and Carlos Torres' strength is to cutter in, but if you throw it, it's got to be buried in there to these big left-handed pull hitters from the Dodgers. That one had plate too.
So Chase Utley will be the pinch hitter for Cingrani. Last night against Max, he was 1 for 3. Grounded out against Brandon Kintzler in the 8th inning. And Trevor Gott recalled today when Matt Grace went on the DL. And this one lifted to the left side. Turner out, Sierra in. Trey will tell the left fielder he's got it, and Sierra kept coming. Everybody kept their cool. 2 outs.
Right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Gets loud here at Dodger Stadium on pop-ups. It doesn't matter if you're yelling, I got it, I got it, I got it, or not. That's why Trey Turner put his arm out. You go by hand signals when it's loud on the road.
Puig 1 for 3 tonight. Two and 0. They got the runner picked off. Zimmerman to Kendrick. 1-3-4. And now we go to the top of the ninth. Nationals baseball on Masson, brought to you by the DMV area Volkswagen dealers, who bring you the Smile at Spring sales event, and by the hotels at BWI.com. Minutes from BWI Marshall, Amtrak, and Interstate 95. Discover the convenience of the hotels at BWI.com. Peterson hit his first, Hernandez his second, Bellinger his third. Now the Nats deal with Kenley Jansen. City by the Bay. The Nats have played well in San Fran last couple of years. Lombard Street to AT&T Park, and Gio goes Monday night 18-9 against the West. Career 5-4 against San Fran. Chris Stratton 1-1 for the Giants. So that's Monday at 10. Nats Extra, Masson 2 at 9:30. Kenley Jansen, Bryce Harper. Bryce 3 for 7 against him. Career with a homer, 3 RBIs. 92 for a strike.
And we talked about it, only one blown save last year. Check out the numbers this year. The fastball average this year is 91 miles an hour. It was 93 last year, 94 the year before. And when you talk to people here that watch him pitch frequently, the cutter isn't cutting. So stay tuned, even though it's 4-0.
1-1.
That was 96. I felt like the heater would be a little more frisky here in front of 50,000.
1.82 career ERA against the Nats for Jansen. 12 saves in 13 opportunities.
He had a hamstring issue in spring training, so he's kind of nursing that.
Harper got jammed, and that's on the infield. Bellinger.
All right, DC Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 taters hit by the Nats this year. Lexus, experience amazing.
Ryan Zimmerman 1 for 9 against Jansen career.
There's also a lot of postseason mileage on that car.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? Well, you're pitching late into the season, but you're pitching, you know, high intensity, high leverage situations every single time, and that's got to take it out of you too.
Playable right side. Bellinger again. And the Dodgers an out away from gaining a split in the first 2 games. Matt Adams will bat for Moises Sierra.
I'll tell you what, if the Nats don't figure it out here, the 3rd inning when they had the bases loaded was their opportunity tonight. It looked like Ryu was scuffling a little bit all of a sudden out of nowhere. Couldn't get the big knock there, and then Ryu settled in big time after that.
If Adams makes an out here, Dodger pitching will retire the last 19 Nationals hitters. Adams 2 for 3 with a homer, 3 RBIs against Kenley Jansen. It's quite a pitching matchup between Ryu and Strasburg. 1-1.
Tell you what, Steven deserved a better fate tonight. He pitched incredibly.
And that thing cutting up and in. 2-1. And near the Dodger dugout on a play.
That's right where he lined up to go on the field for post-game interviews during the playoffs. We'd have got hit right in the coconut there.
50,908 paid tonight. 700 more than last night. So they draw over 100,000 for the first 2 games of this series. Two-two to Matt Adams. And Jansen turned his back on home plate and the umpire, but thinking he had strike 3.
D'Ambolino flinched. He was thinking about it. Close.
Adams aboard with 2 outs in the 9th.
What's the start?
Catcher number 32, Matt Wieters.
That'll bring in Matt Wieters. 1 for 3 tonight.
2 more bloops and a bomb.
Batting right-handed, base hit back in the 2nd. And Wieters hunting his first career hit in 4 at-bats against Jansen. Adams goes to 2nd, defensive indifference.
Double pump on the leg kick there from Jansen. Place about to get loud.
One and 2.
He's got a rally hat on. Never say die.
That's it. 2 hours and 29 minutes for the Nats to be shut out by the Dodgers. 4-0 LA. Series even at 1. Nansen looks to Hellickson tomorrow night. And we've got more from Dodger Stadium in a second.